Hey guys, Brian O'Brien here with another week of my culinary school journey at the Culinary Institute of America at Greystone. This is week 11 of semester 2, and it's my final week before my first cooking practical. It's called the first term practical, which happens at the end of the second semester. But first, as I always do, let's touch on the liberal arts classes that I'm currently in. Now, since this second semester is kind of coming to an end, we're really kind of finalizing some certain classes. Menus, for instance, this is the second to the last week of menus. So we really are kind of studying for the final, talking about what we're going to be doing after a break. We actually have a 3-week break coming up here before we come back, and we have a week and a half of class before the semester is technically over. It's a little bit weird, but it is what it is. So in menus, we're really kind of wrapping things up. We're still talking kind of numbers and profit and loss statements and things like that. So we're just finalizing. Again, that's with Professor Rogi. Great instructor. Menus, fantastic class. We have the final coming up. So I hear it's kind of difficult. So I'll be studying for that. This week was also week 2 of food systems with Professor Jennifer Kaplan. You know, I really like Jennifer Kaplan. I haven't had her in another class as an instructor, but I really like her stance and her view on sustainability, on food systems, and basically the whole food system as a whole, you know. So this week we talked a little bit more about sustainability. We dove more into the book, The Omnivore's Dilemma, and we have a lot of class discussion, which can actually lead to some pretty heated debates. So that's food systems. Now, as far as my cooking classes, this was week 2 of my a la carte class. That's with Chef Kelly Mills. And again, it was kind of a rough week. It's a lot of work, a lot of pressure, and you know, some days are better than others. We definitely started the week out really strong, and then kind of drifted towards the end of the week, and it was a little tough. But that's kind of what the school's all about, you know, that it's not easy. Every class has its own kind of idiosyncrasies, if you will, just like every chef does. And staying up on top of things and being prepared can only take you so far. There's a lot of bumps and bruises along the way that you really kind of have to navigate, and that can be very challenging. So a la carte has been probably the hardest class that I'm in as far as a cooking class goes, and there's a number of reasons for that, but you know, it is what it is. All I can do is learn from my mistakes and try to move forward accordingly. Next week, a la carte ends. Next week is week 12 of the second semester, and it's actually the week that I will be taking my cooking practical. The cooking practical is basically, you walk into the kitchen at a set time, which already is designated for me and all my classmates, and you basically, without having to explain too much, you basically pick out of a hat one of 6 menus, and those menus have a protein, like chicken breast. One menu example is a roasted chicken with glazed beets, risotto, green beans, and the sauce is actually a pan gravy. So each of the menus that I get to choose has a protein, has 2 veg, has a starch, and has a sauce. And all of those need to be done, plated, and delivered to a chef along with a cup of consommé in about 2.5 hours. So this weekend I will be practicing, studying, practicing, coming up with a good plan. So that's coming up next week. We're gonna take that. That's in, again, week 12 of semester 2, and then we have a 3-week break. We come back for a week and a half, finish up our food systems and menus classes, take a class called High Volume, and then that class is over, that semester is over, and then I'm off to externship. So that's it. That's it for me. Week 11, semester 2 in the books, Culinary Institute of America at Greystone. My name's Brian O'Brien. If you have any questions about what it takes to get enrolled in the culinary, what it's like to be a student, please feel free to reach out. You can reach me at Brien@chefbrianobrien.com. You can shoot me an inbox message or just go ahead and comment below. Thanks again for watching, guys. See you next week.